Guys, hi and welcome to this trailer live reaction of the final Joker trailer. So, this came out a bit surprising, at least to me today. I haven't heard of final trailer of the Joker coming out, although I was kind of expecting it, subconsciously, because there was no anything about the movie for, well, a while now. So I was like, whew, final? Okay, they don't want to really show us that much of the movie, I guess. Maybe, no TV spots or anything like this. This is not commercial, so to say, movie. They do not want to advertise it in a very obvious way, you can say. So it's kind of like, yeah, I just I'm gonna, yeah, prepare it now. I wanted to get the title, on the screen for the thumbnail. And hi, Ivy. Good evening. Good evening. So, uh, it's a good thing. Today I could have done a lot of other things, but in the meantime, always when I want to do other things, something else comes out, obviously. And tomorrow I do plan to have a lovely evening, which means that I'm gonna rest, not going to do anything in terms of video. Um, yeah, I just wanna chill, basically. Yeah, not gonna give you any details, but I'm really looking forward to forward to tomorrow evening. So I hope that nothing important comes out because I really want to enjoy myself tomorrow. Tomorrow, I love ya. No, okay, I'm stopping here. Okay, so without further ado, guys, let's see this trailer. I can't wait actually to discuss it. If there's too much music, I could mute some parts, so excuse me if I do this, but I don't want to have the copyright on my head. So you'll see what I can work with here. Oh gosh, totally forgot my old phone is with the sound. Okay, and I'm sorry about my hair. Some people have really great issue with my hair and why I am fixing it so much. Well, it's because it's tickling me and it's summer and you cannot imagine how hot can it get in my living room, especially with all that lights when it's summer and I don't have freaking air conditioning. But continuing. Whew. Okay. Okay.
You please stop bothering my kid?
Sorry.
Oh gosh, this is so
Arthur.
stressful.
I have some bad news for you.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much over the trailer. I have to do this
This is
because
the last
it's
time we'll
copyright.
be meeting.
You don't listen, do you?
His
You
face.
just ask the same questions every week.
Yeah,
How's your job? Are you having any negative thoughts?
it's ridiculous, I
All
know.
I have are negative thoughts.
Oh my goodness, my goodness.
And finally, in a world where everyone thinks they can do my job, check out this guy.
When I was a little boy and told people I was going to be a comedian, everyone laughed at me. Well, no one's laughing now.
You can say that again, pal.
Oh gosh. I see where this is going. Or at least I think I do.
It's so awful, isn't it?
Okay, we're starting with the twisted
In my
parts.
whole life, I didn't know if I even really existed. But I do. And people are starting to notice.
Think this is funny?
What? What?
Is this a joke to you?
Oh god.
Murray, one small thing.
Yeah.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh boy, that music, that music. Ugh. Oh boy. This is going to be a slow burn. A very, very slow burn, I think. Okay. Oh, it's starting automatically. Let me just gather my thoughts here. So, what do I think about this? Well, first, it's kind of weird, and it's very, very weird. Yeah, we already know that, I'm pretty sure. It looks like something that's, very sophisticated. I mean, it's done in a very sophisticated way. It looks like this movie has the freaking what directed out of it. I mean, it's like an Oscar movie, but it's about the Joker, and at the same time it's not about the Joker that we actually know from the comic book. So it does get a bit confusing, uh because it's like taking the Joker as a character from the comic books and turning his story something that is more, leaning towards the realistic route. But in the same time, it is freaking disturbing as it should be, when you think about, somebody as the Joker actually existing in the real world. So to me, I could like draw a parallel between that and, how Man of Steel was done in the first place. Zack Snyder has had this idea of, putting Superman in the real world. I mean, Superman, how he could be in this modern era. There are not going to be any kittens that are picked up from the trees, because the world has much bigger problems and is much heavier and is much grimmer in the first place, especially how and where Kal-El actually grew up and what he had to deal with. That, I mean, those two characters are totally different. I mean, but the approach towards them, you can say from that angle, could be viewed, I think, as similar, because it is, for me, at least how I see it from now, watching this trailer. Of course, this is judging by the trailer. But it is for me, basically the realistic view, and it's not so much of the comic book view, but it is very, very realistic. And that is why it's confusing, because of course it's taking time in a different period. It doesn't have anything to do with Jared Leto Joker. How it fits into the continuity, those are still like questions that are leaning on. And as far as I heard last, it's supposed to be like a standalone movie, just exploring the character of the Joker in that particular manner that they want to explore it. But that's not gonna be connected to anything else. So from that angle, it's really confusing, at least to me. Maybe they're going to do another one. Maybe they're going to do something that's going, that basically something is going to grow out of this, like a tree, like a branch of a tree. Maybe, we don't know. I'm just thinking about it right now. But I also have some few things to say about the trailer, and we're going to go over it and break it down a bit. And yeah, I think that some things are worth mentioning. That's why. Um, Hello to Matthias. Okay, so Ivy says, I'm most hyped for a movie since a very long time. Oh, you're so impressed. Interesting. Well, okay. I'm impressed by the quality of this, but I'm not, how to say this, I'm usually not a fan of movies that are that unsettling, creepy, weird, and just overall disturbing. I just don't like to see these things because, life is hard and grim sometimes, not always, of course. As it is, I mean, you just turn on the news and you get depressed in like 2 seconds, because horrible things happen that you never imagined before that could happen. They're actually happening more and more often sometimes. So you just don't want this negative, information and all that I want to do, you know, I want to do like not the opposite. I mean, is to watch movie about a very very damaged, kicked by society, and just very tortured person. I'm just trying to find the right words here. Yeah, Abby. Yeah, psychological, so hard. It's one of the. This is one of the toughest, most saddest things ever, and they are trying to put it somehow in this character, you know. And hi to Ninat. Hey, gaming. Ah, you're well. I did finish with the reaction, but now we're going to break it down. So you're not that late, you can say. Yeah, so I am conflicted with myself, because from one side, yes, this does look like it's a must-see movie because just the quality of everything, it's like, what is this? You know, we didn't ever expected anyone first to replace Heath Ledger, then we had Jared Leto, and then we have this, and we are blown away, basically. So but I'm just confused. Not confused, is that exactly the word? But I kind of feel like they're doing similar thing again. Not going to make a Man of Steel comparison with their realism, but they're doing similar thing like what they did with Batman. I mean that particular Batman from Christopher Nolan, where they took the character of Batman and create another Batman that was just set in a Nolan universe, but it was not exactly Batman from the comic books as we are used to seeing him. It was another version of Batman, and this is something similar, I feel, or at least how it seems like from the trailers. How to hi to the comic book defender. I can't believe you're here. You're here. I'm so happy. Hi, Devin. Yeah. Yeah, definitely those movies are only for one viewing. I cannot bear to watch it again, I'm pretty sure. Batmanless movie. It's another way of putting it. Yeah. Yeah, I read there. Yeah, that is what I'm. Yeah, hard R rated. That is what I was going to say, that because this is so standalone and because this is going to explore the Joker as we never seen him before, that's why we can't have Batman in the movie, because if we do, he's going to take away all the point, the attention of Joker's character. So that's why we need to have a full movie about him so we can fully understand him. But this is totally an experiment from DC, I'm pretty sure, because they just want to see what they can do without being connected to anything and just do the best they possibly can with a character according to how, they're viewing it, according to what basically to what direction they want to try to go towards, so to speak. And from that, they are going to take away some conclusions, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I do think, and I did see that. Excuse me. Oh, that yeah, I did see that Batman is in the movie as a kid, or at least how exactly how it looks like. Yeah, it is similar. Hi, Arthur. I really don't. I'm not a fan of Gotham. But anyways, let's continue with the breakdown actually, because we're still talking and we're not breaking anything down.
You please stop bothering my kid?
Sorry.
Okay, so what this is illustrating, you know, to me is that he is, I mean, they are just trying to build his character from this scene. I mean, to show us what they can, so we can get an impression of how he is. That he is a very, very awkward person, and he doesn't know how to behave amongst people. He just being himself, and being himself is basically unsettling to other people. So here, he really, I think that he really does have good intentions towards that kid to just make him, feel, to just entertain him basically. He really genuinely wants to do that. He doesn't mean any ill will. But of course, people don't understand that, so they feel that he is very weird. He does look weird. Um, so it's basically how people can be towards other people just because of caution and being untrusting, which, yeah, you kind of have to be sometimes in order to protect yourself. And he is taking that very, very personally. So that is how I think about this scene.
Arthur, I have some bad news for you.
He's basically trying to take it out on anything that he can get his hands on, I think, even on his shoes. I mean, everything that he does is so filled with stress and tension. Everything is so built up in him that he just cannot, bury it